Hey friends, hope you're having a great start to your week. I have been thinking about something lately, and that is about sleep. I know a lot of people have issues with sleep, and so I wanted to come on here and give you some easy things that you can do to help with sleep. And first, though, I want us to talk about why we don't sleep. So I have made a little list. So, and you can comment below. Comment below on why you think you do not sleep. Some of the things that I have listed down for me personally is like when I lay there, I worry about stuff like what I need to do for the next day, or thinking about something that happened earlier in the day. So just general worry, worry, stress, thoughts about the next day, especially if you have kids. You're thinking, oh, I need to make sure that I pack this in the lunch, or I need to send this to school with them, or whatever. So we're thinking about the next day plans. Or I am really, really bad to lay there at night and have a great idea and I don't want to forget it, so I just lay there and ponder over it. Okay, so I've got a tip for handling stuff like that. If you've had an argument with your spouse or with your kids, you're probably laying there thinking about that. That's not good. You may have an imbalance in your body, like your hormones. That may be another reason you don't sleep. Stimulants like coffee and electronics. Those are really bad things that can cause us not to drift off to sleep or stay to sleep. What if you have kids that don't sleep? That was my problem. I had two boys that were not good sleepers, and then it got me out of a good pattern of sleeping. So Brianna says, I can't shut my mind off. I'm constantly thinking about what I have to do the next day and what I forgot to do that day. Yes. So I have tips for you. That was my next thing on my list. I can't shut my brain off. Uncomfortable mattress or pillow. If you don't have good sleeping conditions, that may be another problem. And then you can't fall asleep or you can't stay asleep. All right, so 10 tips in no particular order. All right, first one. Grab you a notebook and a pen and put it beside your bed. Now, the 10 tips that I'm giving you are things that are from me. They're not things I've researched on the internet, okay? These are 10 things that I have come up with that has made me a good sleeper, okay? So put a book beside your bed, a notebook and a pen, and put it beside your bed. And when you have those thoughts that come up like, oh, I don't need to forget this, or this is a great idea, or whatever, grab your pen, jot it down in the book. You don't even have to turn your light on. Just scribble it in the book and be done with it. It's kind of like what we call a brain dump. You're dumping that stuff out of your brain. You're putting it on a sheet of paper, and you don't have to remember it anymore. Women are really bad about this, okay? About trying to hang on to those thoughts. So put it in your book and be done with it. You can let it go, okay? Also, number 2, take the television out of your bedroom. That's right. Your bedroom, your brain gets in the mode of thinking. If you have a television in your room, then it's okay. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to lay there. I'm going to watch television, whatever. Your brain and body should be that the bedroom is made for 2 things. Sleep and the other thing. Okay? So if you don't have a television in there, your brain is not going to be stimulated to watch television. And it knows that, oh, that's a place that I need to go and rest. It's proven. I've never had, well, I'll say never. Years and years and years and years and years ago, with my first marriage, we had a television in the bedroom. I stopped all that mess. Nope. No television in the bedroom. Number 3. Y'all are going to hate me for this one, but it is so true. Stop drinking caffeine after 2 o'clock in the day. At least by 2, if not by noon. You're like, oh, it won't matter. I'm going to have this Diet Mountain Dew with my lunch or whatever. It's not going to keep me awake. Take it out of your diet and see if it does not help your sleep. I know that for me personally, like I don't drink sodas really. Just like once in a blue moon. But I quit the Dr. Peppers and stuff. That used to be my morning coffee. I have forgotten a few times and went out to dinner and got a glass of sweet tea. And then I'm laying there at night, still staring at the ceiling at midnight. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Hello, you had a glass of tea. So stop the caffeine and see if that does not help you. Just prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Number 4, electronics. Electronics get us all wired up. I am really, really bad about sitting there if my husband is watching something on television that I really don't care about, which that's usually not the instance, but if it is, I'm over there playing Words with Friends on my phone. And then just, or, you know, going through Pinterest. Oh my gosh, that is the worst. Doing it late at night, because then, even after you put your phone down, you're sitting there with ideas floating in your head like, oh, I need to do this. This is a great idea. I remember seeing this on Pinterest, and now I can decorate this or whatever. I can go to the thrift store and pick this up and turn it into this. So, you know, try to make an oath with yourself, like, you know, an hour or so before bed, you're not going to touch your phone. You're just going to put the phone down and you're going to get in that sleepy mode. Okay. Number 5, a warm bath. Okay. A warm bath will kind of help you relax. You can grab you a handful of Epsom salt and put some lavender essential oil in it or something, or peace and calming, something like that. Put it in your warm bath and it will really help get you ready for bed. Number 6. Okay, this is something that I have just kind of done myself, all right? Well, all of this is. But number 6 is the sleeping position that you're in. Okay, so a long time ago, I had done some research on best ways to fall asleep. And someone had suggested crossing your ankles. And I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. But for some reason in your body, if you cross your ankles, it helps you go to sleep. It was the weirdest thing when I first started doing it. Like, it felt weird. But now I cannot go to sleep without crossing my ankles. And then also, I lay on my side, but I've got my ankles crossed. But another thing that I do, I take my hand and I lay it over on my cheek like this. I don't know why, but it's that touch on my face. Okay? So, this is going to sound really crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. Have y'all ever seen that commercial, you know, where the kids are like poking each other like, she's touching me, he's touching me, you know, and they're like arguing in the back seat? Well, I kind of do that with Dennis. Like if he, a lot of times he don't even come to bed with me. He's like, you know, watching some shoot 'em up movie or whatever. But if he comes to bed with me at the same time, I'm like, you're not touching me. I do the opposite. He has to like touch me. So if he just like reaches his hand out and touches me, I can go to sleep like that. If he is not in the bed with me and he doesn't just, you know, put his arm on me or whatever, it like takes me a while to go to sleep. It's like that touch, that comforting touch. I just like drift off to sleep better. So I think by me holding myself, and then sometimes I will just wrap my arms in, like, it's a comforting thing, you know? So all the single people out there, don't say, oh, well, I don't have anybody to go to bed with me or whatever. Just, it's that comforting thing, you know, so just, like, give yourself, like, lay there like a bear hug, kind of, you know, or put your hand up on your face like that. I don't know, people. I'm just telling you what works for me. Number 7, do not go to bed angry. And this is scriptural based, okay? Go look up Ephesians 4:26. You are never supposed to go to bed angry. And I will tell you this, if you've had an argument with anybody, it's going to weigh on your heart. You're going to lay there and worry about it. If you just get it out, open, the apologies done, hug, kiss, make up, you're going to go to sleep easier. Number 8, your sleeping instruments or whatever. Your mattress, your pillow, and then this is a good one, your blankets. Okay, so we have a sleep number bed, but for some reason, my side of the bed doesn't sleep like Dennis's side of the bed. So I got a gel memory foam topper. A queen size is $82 from Amazon, and I'll post the link of the one that I love. We recently got a travel trailer, and I bought this gel foam topper to go in our travel trailer mattress because they're known not to be good. It is wonderful. So it's kind of like that memory foam. What it is? It's memory foam, and it's made with gel. Anyway, it is awesome. So make sure that you invest in a good mattress. I know they are an investment, but they mean the world of difference. Also, a pillow. I have to have a certain pillow. If it's too thick, I wake up in the middle of the night with cricks in my neck, whatever. So make sure you have a good pillow. All right, the extra blanket thing. Okay, so this is something that I have done the last week or two. All right, so when I was little, I would go spend the night at my great-grandmother's house. And I'm talking about when I was like under the age of 5. These are memories from when I was under the age of 5. And when I would go to her house, I remember she would pile so many blankets up on me that I could not even turn over. Like, those blankets were so heavy, I could not even turn over, you know. But I remember sleeping like a brick. So about, again, a week or two ago, Dennis was about to come to bed, and I said, hey, grab that blanket when you come. And he was like, are you cold? I said, no, I'm going to try something. So I have just a regular, not a blanket on my bed, not a comforter. It's just a quilt, I don't know, it's thin, but it's quilted. Anyway, it's not big and fluffy, okay? But anyway, he brought the blanket in there, and I was like, when he asked me if I was cold, I said, no, I just want to try this. So he laid the blanket over on me. I have been sleeping even to a different realm of harder sleep. It is crazy. It is almost like it's comforting. You know, it's that kind of that comforting feel. You know, they sell weighted blankets for kids that are especially have, I don't know, they're on the spectrum and stuff, okay? So it really helps with like sensory issues and stuff. I'm not an expert on all that, all right? Grab you an extra blanket and put it on your side and see if you do not sleep better. It is crazy how that works. Okay, number 9. Who all has almost dozed off in church before at some point? Okay, so the devil doesn't like it when we read the Bible. So if that puts you to sleep, then read the Bible. Worst case is you don't fall asleep and you get a lot of the Bible read. All right. Best, the opposite of that is it puts you right to sleep. Okay, but then you don't have a sleep issue. So to me, it's a win-win, right? Okay, so read. Listen to a sermon. You know, put in some earbuds and listen to a podcast or something. Listen to soft, relaxing music, but no words. I think that is important. So if you listen to music and it's like head-banging music, it's peppy or whatever, then no, that's not going to get you to sleep. So listen to something with no words. I feel like, too, if people are singing and words are being spoken, then I'm going to hang on every word they say and then my mind's going to start drifting, and I'm going to do what is called the hippity hop. I'm going to think about one thing to think about the next thing and then think about something else. So just listen to like smooth jazz or, you know, ocean music or something like that. If you have Pandora or any of those apps, just look up spa music. That's really good. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you about, number 10, is oils and supplements that I use. Okay. And there's some that's good for adults, kids. There's some that support hormones. There's some that has natural melatonin, all that. So I'm going to tell you all the things that are really good. Some that I've tried. Most of them I've tried. All right. The first one that I absolutely love is called EmuPro. And I guess I should have had all these up there so I could show you. But EmuPro is a chewable tablet from Young Living, and it has melatonin in it, and it is made to support your immune system. It supports your immune system, okay, which we all need right now. Hello, there's an epidemic going around. All right, so you need to be proactive with your immune system. But the benefit is it has melatonin in it, and it will knock you out. So when you have one of these chewable tablets, get ready to go to bed like in 15 minutes. And they're, you know, what do they taste like? I don't know. They taste like Hawaiian Punch, something like that. It's kind of like chewing like one of those Rolaids chewables to me, something like that. But EmuPro, get you some. Matter of fact, everybody that's on here, if you are not a Young Living member at all, and you've never tried EmuPro and you want some, private message me, and I will send you a sample of it, okay? The next one is Sleep Essence. Now, this is Dennis's favorite. Okay, so let me back up. EmuPro, to me, helps you go to sleep, okay? Now, Sleep Essence, to me, helps keep you asleep. That's Dennis's problem. Dennis can go to sleep. I almost videoed him last night. Like, we're watching television, having a conversation, and then the next minute, he is over there snoring. I'm like, how does that happen? And then he wakes himself up, and he's like, were you looking at me? And I'm like, no. And then he goes back and starts snoring again. I'm like, how do you do that? You know, women don't fall asleep like that. All right, but he loves Sleep Essence. His problem is he can go to sleep really fast, but he cannot stay asleep. So Sleep Essence is also a supplement from Young Living, and it's 2 little gel caps, and you take those and you are like deep sleep. Like you wake up and don't even know what day of the week it is. So that's another favorite that I keep on hand. The next one is an oil called Dream Catcher, and this is really good for people that struggle with nightmares and such. And I'm gonna tell you, I grew up having some major nightmares. Like if I told you some of the stuff I dreamed, you would be like, "What?" I dream a lot, but Dream Catcher just helps take away those nightmares and helps you have more peaceful sleep. So it's really good. I apply Dreamcatcher with a carrier oil, which is like olive oil or coconut oil. I mix it in my hand, and then I apply it to the back of the brain stem and across my forehead, and then I rub it on the soles of my feet. That's the way I use it. If you have not slept a good night's sleep in years, even though your kids may be grown like mine, they're 24 and 19, but I had not slept until the last few years. When you use Dreamcatcher, you're going to be like, where have I been for the last century? Maybe not century, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, lavender oil. Lavender comes in the premium starter kit. I love lavender on my pillowcase. Now, a lot of people will apply it to their soles of their feet or to their wrist, and that is awesome. But I have found that it works better for me if I put a drop on my pillowcase, because my body is not metabolizing it, and I get it all night long. So I'm like smelling it like all night, and it just like keeps me in a good sleep. And it helps you drift off to sleep faster, in my case. And then Tranquil is a blend of lavender and some other oils, and it comes in a roller bottle, and it's good as well. I like to roll it on my feet, bottom of my big toe. I like to roll it across my pillowcase. I love Tranquil too. I don't use all of these every night. Don't get me wrong. I just changed this up. I'm just kind of telling you some things that I have tried, the ones that I love. All right. If you cannot sleep due to hormonal support, then I highly suggest a blend called Progessence Plus. It supports your hormones. And that oil can use, doesn't have to be at night. It can be in the morning or whatever. But you can rub it on your forearms and rub your arms together, or you can rub it like along your cheek line. That is really good as well. Okay, so if you cannot get a peaceful night's sleep because of your spouse, I really can't say a whole lot about, you're going to have to read between the lines. I have to be compliant, okay? If it is loud in your bedroom and you can't sleep because of the other person, these are some things that I suggest for them. On the bottom of their big toe, they can apply any of these oils to help you sleep better. How's that? Valor. Oh my gosh, we fell in love with Valor from day one because of this. Again, you rub it on the bottom of your big toe. That's your VitaFlex points. If you don't have Valor, you can use Thyme. We tried that one out last night just because I knew I was going to have this little discussion, and that is also a good one. Also, you can use Marjoram in the diffuser or on the bottom of the big toe. Breathe Again is another blend of oils that is really great. And someone told me the other day that they roll it on their collarbone and then they put the other oils on the bottom of their big toe. I have not tried that one, but I wanted to add that in here. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is great on your chest, or you can diffuse it. All right. So last but not least of all of this, I have made a nasal spray that I use on myself, and Dennis, I have one and Dennis has one. I love this nasal spray because it's all natural and it helps both of us sleep and not wake the other one up, if you know what I mean. So in this little nasal spray, I buy these nasal spray bottles from Abundant Health, and they're 63 cents a piece. They're empty. You can also buy some from Amazon. Just get an empty nasal spray bottle. And you're going to add a pinch of salt in there. And I use Himalayan sea salt, but you can use whatever kind you got, okay? To that, you're going to add 1 drop of lavender oil, 1 drop of marjoram oil, 1 drop of eucalyptus, 1 drop of thyme, 1 drop of tea tree, 1 drop of peppermint. And then you're going to fill the rest with distilled water. So it costs less than $2. And we just use just in each nasal every night. It lasts forever. So I'm going to give you the recipe again. In that spray bottle, 1 pinch of salt. And I think, oh, it's 2 ounces. It's a 2-ounce spray bottle. 1 drop of lavender. I'll just type this out and put it on here, but I'm going to tell you. 1 drop of lavender, 1 drop of marjoram, 1 drop of eucalyptus, 1 drop of thyme, 1 drop of tea tree, and 1 drop of peppermint. It is awesome. Okay. Yes, Missy, look at there. I just gave you the recipe. All right, so those are my 10 tips to better sleeping. We all have friends who do not sleep, whether it's kids, worry, whatever. One last thing about the Valor. I told you about putting it on the bottom of your spouse's big toe to help you sleep. Another thing, I love to put Valor on my thumb joint right here to help me shut my brain off to go to sleep. So what I usually do, I rub it on my thumb joint, and then I lay my hand over like this. And it's one of those VitaFlex things. It helps shut your brain off, stop thinking so hard, so you can just drift off to sleep. If you have found that this video is helpful in any way out of these 10 tips, please share it on your page and get your friends to watch it, tag them, something. Because there are so many people out there that are not getting a good sleep. Your body needs that 8 hours or whatever to detox, to refuel for the next day, okay? And if you go on for years like I did, your body just gets wore out, you know? And I remember when I first started finally sleeping, it was like, where have you been? You know? So share this with your friends, and if you have any questions, just holler at me. Bye, guys.